Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Hazleton area Cougars basketball. Joining us is the head coach, Mike Joseph. Well, Mike, high expectations as always for your team. Let's talk a little bit about the 2013-14 Cougars.
Well, we had 4 returning starters potentially coming back. Unfortunately, we've been playing with only 3 of them. Will Herrero broke his foot the 3rd day of practice. He had it operated on about a month ago, so he's been rehabbing that foot right now. He hopes to be back by the end of the month or very early February for the last part of the season. But everything starts with Sal Biasi. Off to a great start. He's averaging almost 30 points a game right now. But we've had some other guys really step their game up. Brett Barron was an all-league guard last year, second league all-league. And he's really doing a great job for us. He's averaging almost 12 points a game. John Fogarty was our MVP of the JV team last year. Right now he's averaging 11.5 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, shooting 60% from the field. He's really playing great. And Reynald Santana is a junior inside player for us that had 12 points and 7 rebounds the other night against Tunkhannock. And Kyle Carmonic's been in the program. This is his 4th year. He does so many great things for us inside. So we're off to a good start. We're 6-2. We lost to the number 2 ranked team in Oklahoma in the tournament we were in down in Florida. We beat a team from Portland, Oregon. We beat a team from Northern Virginia. And then we had our Christmas tournament, and we played a real athletic team from Erie, and they beat us by 3 points in the first round of our tournament. So I'm pleased with where we are right now, heading into the meat of our league schedule.
We're talking Hazleton area boys basketball. Mike Joseph joining us here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, Mike, talk about Sal Biasi and a senior. How tough is it? Opposing teams seem to not be able to stop him. And you could throw the kitchen sink at him, but he's still 27, 30 points, 35 points. The kid just finds a way to get the job done.
Well, in our system, we've kind of built around him the last few years because, he is so good with the ball, not just scoring for himself, but he has over 220 assists in his career. This year he's scoring at almost 30 points a game, finding other people, doing a great job in that regard. I think, what makes him so tough guarding him is that we run him off a lot of screens, or he has the ball in his hands a lot of times. So he's tough off the dribble. He's very strong, physical guard. He knows how to score. And, he just sure that, other teams really hope to try and contain him as best as they can. And when teams have done that in the past, he's trusted his other teammates and they've hit shots. And, for the last 4 years, he now has 1,300 points in his career, which ranks first all time in our school's history. And, for 4 years now he's been doing this. And I know he has big expectations for this season. And, I think if we could shore some things up on the defensive end right now as a team and, get Will Herrero back sometime in late January, I think we have a chance, to definitely compete for the league and district championships. And our goal is to do that. And, we're working really hard to try and get to that point.
Well, you talk about the league and district championships. You look forward to every single game. There's a pretty good rivalry you have going with Crestwood just down the line. That always seems to be good. And then in the district playoffs, Scranton always seems to have some talent. But, Williamsport always seems to enter it and have talent each and every year as well.
Yeah, the league is, I think, as balanced as ever. My daughter was asking me today, how's Cougars? That's what we play on Thursday. And then she said, how's Dallas? She said, you always say that everybody's good. I said, in the league, our league is balanced. Any gym you go into is tough, and you got to be ready to play. And, I think our league is really, really good. Crestwood's very good. Wyoming Valley West has great guards. Pittston is very, very good this year. Tunkhannock, Austin Yore is a really good player, and Dallas is as big a team as we'll play on our schedule. We've seen Williamsport play. I saw them play Crestwood. Isaiah Washington's a terrific player. Delaware Valley, I think Coach Holzer does a great job up there, and Wallenpaw Pack, and the other teams, Valley West, the other teams in our district. I think it shapes up to be, a really, really competitive league and district. And we have 8 seniors on our roster that have worked really, really hard to get to this point. And I know they want to go out with something special and leave their legacy in our program. And they're working really hard to get us to that point.
Well, Mike, you played with a lot of enthusiasm back in the day at Hazleton, and people remember that type of stuff. Is Sal Biasi, does he have anything kind of like you had on the court? Is there a little difference? Do people ever say there's some similarities at all?
Oh, I mean, he is, and I tell all our players and our teams that, I want you not to worry so much about who was before, to try and be yourself. But, he mixes a lot of different qualities of some of the great players that we've had in Hazleton. He's shown a knack to score the ball as well as anybody that we've ever had. And, some of the things that he does out in the court, are things that he's worked very, very hard on, and he's, modeled his game after a lot of the great players that we've had. He really likes to watch old film of, people like Chris Long and Terry Kringy and things like that. And, I'm getting too old to remember how I played, but he definitely is, making a mark in our program. And, as I said, he's over 1,300 points, and hopefully we have 15, 16, 17, 18 games left this season. So I think he's got some more points to put up on the board, too.
Yeah, looking forward to see Sal Biasi raise the bar at Hazleton area. As you mentioned, great tradition there, and continued success, Mike. Wishing you good thoughts this year and a great year for Hazleton area, and always a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, that's Mike Joseph here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.